Greetings from the land of Canada, my name is Nooch, and welcome back to another episode of the Road to 5K series on my Dr. Nooch channel. Welcome. Today I'm going to be doing another post-commentary because, unfortunately, I got about 25 minutes of the way through of this live commentary, and then what happened was I ended up losing my microphone feed, so basically, I'm going to have to just go ahead and re-commentate this. I'm going to have it from my own player perspective because it wasn't nearly as bad as my Rubik game. So seeing what I'm doing and everything is actually not a bad idea. It's actually good. So right at the start, you can see that I warded at the bottom tier 1 of the tower. And you saw the spot that I specifically warded in. I did that so that the brood mother on the other team would have a hard time dewarding that ward. And it gives just a bunch of vision right now. And right here, I'm just unmuting everybody because I actually had like 3 people muted on my team before, and I was like, "Screw it, man! Honestly, we'll unmute it. We'll see what happens." And right here, automatically we start seeing benefits because they're communicating. They're like, "Go invade," and I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. Let's go." And we saw the broodmother post his web mid. I think this was an attempt to bait me into getting a sentry ward because he doesn't actually go in that lane. And I was actually rotating to put a sentry ward there, and it would have worked, and I would have wasted it. Instead, my troll warlord says, let's go invade, and then instead, I just go and I see the broodmother's going bottom anyways. I see he's got a sentry ward, and I see that, like, I'm going to be able to take him out. I'm going to be able to take out that sentry ward, no problem. And, yeah, well, I mean, this is basically it. Welcome to Shadow Shaman in the laning phase. Pretty powerful. I put a sentry ward down right there, and I got an immediate right click off. 74 damage right clicks on the Shadow Shaman is actually not a joke. I think if the broodmother would have stayed in his nets, he would have been okay. Oh, nets in his webs. Anyways, we end up getting the first blood. Goes to Spirit Breaker, so that's good. I end up picking up another sentry ward. He freaking pauses the game. Yeah, that was the one thing. I was like, oh man, I got a bunch of Peruvians on my team. That's why I had them all muted. I was like, screw it, I don't care. Honestly, I'll just listen to them yell at each other in Spanish all the game. And like, to be honest, they played pretty well. It was just in the pregame, there was so much typing and I couldn't handle it. I was like, oh man, I don't know what anybody's saying right now. And it's like, it's just so tough for me to focus. So I just ended up muting everybody, and I went and I picked my hero. And, I thought about like their laning strategies and stuff, and they ended up picking SVEN. And I told my carry to pick Troll Warlord because that's the best counter to SVEN in the game. Like, you'll see how insane of a counter it is to SVEN in the future, which it's crazy. Like, you'll see it this game. But yeah, I ended up just unmuting all of them, and turns out a couple of them spoke English. So look at that, we have more communication on our team, and we ended up just like being able to make some plays. But this was a good game. I think this was a fun game. I had like a little bit of a rough start, but at the same time, I was playing pretty high impact down in this lane. I'm not stealing too much XP. I want to get as much damage on this guy as possible. I didn't get the right click off, unfortunately. I was kind of waiting for him to put down his sentry ward. I think that's what I was doing, because I wanted to see if I could focus it with a tango. But he ended up just extending his webs into the lower part of the lane, and he gets away. Let's not focus too much on this lane though, because we kind of end up dumpstering this broodmother. He doesn't end up getting down his sentry ward to deward me in time. We end up killing it as well. And it's already got through like over half its duration, so it's got some value. I got some value out of it already. Right here, I think that Earthshaker is dead. If this Pudge had extended further a little bit, and he doesn't have his... Wow, that was a sick juke. Can we talk about that juke? Good job, bro. Yo, that's hard to do with 100 ping. So we got our puck mid, who's actually doing very well against Viper. This is the interesting thing about Puck versus Viper. I want to see if he ever does this, okay? Yes, he does. Okay, but he messed that one up. You can get right clicks on Viper without taking damage from corrosive skin. Like that. Just like that. And I think he was doing the exact same thing with his illusory... I don't know how to say that, man. It's such a hard word. Illusion orb. Illusory orb? Illusory orb? I don't know, man. Like, I've always struggled to just be like, what is that? what is that, you know? We end up killing the Broodmother again. Spirit Breaker's got dust this time, so it's kind of GG. I just go and I disable because we don't feel like having him run away from us. And we're not really body blocking, so it's not the biggest deal. We also got Pudge down here now. It's kind of unfortunate. Kind of unfortunate for the Pudge. Alright, well, we've got offlane Earthshaker, actually one of the best offlaners in the game, just because there's a lot of skill to that hero. Oh, he could have killed him there. Oh, come on, bro. Oh, shit, dog. Wow, what a beast. Yo, he gets him, though. He definitely gets him. Oh, my God, he had 1 HP. He literally had 1 health. That's crazy. But, yeah, look at this, man. We just end up finding the Pudge. We just kill him because we saw him with this ward. This savage ward that I just planted right at the beginning of the game. We could probably get this guy, too, if I had mana. But, you know, no mana for your boy Nooch. If I had mana, I would have gone for it, but instead I just decided to get the damage on with my my Ether Shock. Maybe we can kill him as well. But I'm actually getting some good right clicks down on this Pudge right now as well. Like, Shadow Shaman, I think as a support, as a ranged support, he has the highest base damage in the game. So you're able to do some, like, insane harassment that way. It's just your attack range is not the best. That's the one thing. So you gotta get pretty close to them. Meanwhile, in the off lane, Earthshaker getting oodles and oodles of levels. A good stuff. And then Viper actually winning his lane. I didn't expect him to have this much CS, because look at the level disparity. Puck is actually out leveling him right now. I guess it's from the kill, to be honest, but actually, like, for the fact that he has a kill and he's still not that far ahead, like, if we look at net worth, we're gonna see that Viper's actually ahead. And right here we got a 3-man gank coming in. Viper just got his 6. I would have preferred if instead he went on the Pudge or the Rubik instead of the Puck for his ultimate. It probably would have led to a kill. Just a little bit of a mistake, you know, a little bit of a poor decision making, I guess. Meanwhile, I'm just roaming. I'm passing by the shrine. I'm not gonna solo shrine though. It's not worth it. Although, looking at how long our shrines were off cooldown, maybe it should have been. Maybe I should have used it just so I can get my mana and I can head back to the lane. And well, I mean, I'm not even needed in the bot lane because Troll Ward's literally getting solo kills on the Broodmother. So we actually have a stack going off in the in the Ancients for our boy SVEN. This is that's a nice TP. I like that. He's got a stout shield. Maybe kept him alive. I wonder how long this Observer Ward sat here for. Because I placed the Observer Ward. I dropped it for my Viper mid laner because he was like, okay, I need some vision in this mid lane. They've started ganking me, you know, and I dropped him as an Observer Ward as he walked out. But this guy takes it anyways. That's good. That's good. As long as it doesn't just stay in base, we actually do end up getting value out of it. No big deal. But I'm basically just waiting for this this Broodmother to show himself because I don't have any detection. We kind of have to wait for this Spirit Breaker. But right now I'm like, okay, maybe we can turn and get a kill here. I decided to disable the Puck so that maybe my Troll Warlord can run out of there, but the Pudge ran at him. So if he could have, if the Pudge wasn't there, we maybe could have turned that because Spirit Breaker was coming in as well. But Pudge ended up rotating, and we ended up losing 2 heroes in the ball lane. It's fine. I think it's okay though because he's still ahead in net worth against the SVEN. And unless the only way that the SVEN can win this game is if he has like at least 2 items on Troll Warlord. If they're even in items, or if SVEN even just has 1 item on the Troll Warlord, it's not gonna go well for the SVEN. You'll see in due time. But we got our Viper who's going Hand of Midas. I think that's actually not a very good item this game, to be honest. But he ended up making it work, so can't really complain. I guess the thing, like, I guess we can look at mistakes objectively without being, without saying like, oh, you know, we won this game, so we can't really learn too much from it. Like, you can still learn from wins, I think. Like, I thought that I was gonna miss this stack because this troll who just casts spells like crazy, you know, like he ends up just taking super long. But in terms of CS, like let's look at last hits. He just straight up just ults my Viper, man. And I don't have a TP scroll to come in and save him, but we have a Spirit Breaker going in anyways. And he goes and actually takes... Yo, if that second right click... Excuse me. If that second right click was a bash, he actually dies there. I don't know why he didn't just phase shift the charge. Maybe he thought he was too fast for his haste. Who knows? That was a minor mistake, and it could have led to a death, which is why I'm surprised. I thought when I saw that in game, I thought that it was a little bit different than that. Let's look at my player perspective here, because getting this kill on Broodmother is really tough. We end up getting it though. We just kind of had to dive him a little bit. I end up trading for this kill because there's a Pudge just chilling. I think we end up getting this kill as well though. So I mean, it's definitely worth it. Two supports for a offlaner and a support is definitely worth it. Meanwhile, this guy's still farming. Like literally, he's about to take the bottom tower as well. So that's pretty huge. Earthshaker also doing well in the offlane. He's almost got his Tranquil Soul Ring up, which is very good. Tranquil Soul Ring on Earthshaker is so key. It's super clutch. It just gives you all the mana that you want and all the HP regen you want. And the speed is actually amazing. The speed from the Tranquil boots, because you can basically position yourself wherever you want. And you don't have to overextend. But right here, I'm just trying my best to get as much farm mid as possible while my mid laner is off shrining. That's the one thing. Like you gotta find space as supports. That's what I really like doing as a support. Actually, just finding space, because you can make space. Making space is really nice. You know, like you make space. You try to push out lanes. You try to bait people in. And this guy tries to deny his ward. This cheeky play. I love doing that. But I end up getting the stun off. And right here during the gameplay, I made a comment about how having 1 point in Hex is actually very useful for against heroes like Puck, against heroes like Queen of Pain, Anti-Mage, stuff like that, who have a really good escape, because it lets you set up for Shackles, because there is a bit of a cast time for Shackles. The animation isn't really good, and actually I didn't know that that guy was level 6. It's quite unfortunate that he actually stole my freaking he stole my wards. It's just huge. And we end up like I'm kind of like, let's not dive this, guys. Like he stole my wards. Like that's pretty bad. And he ended up getting a slow off there. He ended up stunning as well, and I ended up just getting out. I don't think we lose anybody here. So they farmed my wards. Can't be too upset about that, you know. Like I got punished for my mistake. I didn't realize that Rubik was level 6, and he stole my ultimate. He didn't get much value out of it, honestly. He deterred the push. That was it. That was all that he got from it. He didn't push with it. I mean, I don't think he needed to use it against my wards. But, I mean, that being said, we do end up losing the mid tower. So, after that failed push, they punished us pretty heavily. And they also get a kill on the Viper. I'm basically just waiting in base to get my HP back. He got a deny off. That's nice for him. Troll Warlord's getting huge. That's the main thing. If he has comparable farm to SVEN, we can't lose. Simple as that. You'll see how insane it is later. Like at Roche fights and stuff. And I've seen this example so many times, and like literally it holds true so heavily. But I'm trying to see I'm trying to see where their wards are. They actually had 2 wards there. Whoa! That's crazy. I guess they just rewarded that? Okay, that makes sense. But we end up having a Troll Warlord over here. I just walk up. I was gonna take it, but I ended up killing it anyways. Killing it instead because I didn't want to get caught out. Because like, look at that. They even had a ward here. I didn't notice. So like, maybe they could have even got me. But you know, I just ended up killing the bounty rune just to, you know, just to damage their economy a little bit. It's a terrible trade for the Troll Warlord with like 3 kills on him, but gotta do what you gotta do. Are we solo killing this guy? Is this guy solo killing him? I don't think so. I have to go and help this guy. If I would have, if he would have dropped tower aggro, and if I could have killed him with ether shock, that was just a mistake for me using shackles there. Right here, I was like trying to survive through the puck gank, which I mean, we already have. Like I could have definitely survived that if the Broodmother wasn't there. But check this out. So this is what I like doing when I'm playing Shadow Shaman. I like denying my wards as they go to farm it. Like if it's 1 or 2 heroes that are farming, you can easily get like a couple of denies off there. And like, look at that, you know, like he's there, he's like thinking like, oh, you know, I'm gonna get 30 gold for each of these, and he literally just gave up. Like, he just gave up after that. Like, how, that's pretty great, you know. Troll Warlord getting his items. It's nice. I almost have my arcane boots. Arcane boots are so insanely important on Shadow Shaman. I cannot stress that enough. Sometimes I even go soul ring arcane boots because your hero has such insane mana problems. You'll see one of the mistakes I make later is in the middle of a fight I scale my ether shock and I actually run out of the mana. Like, it actually scales past the mana that I have. And I'm unable to cast it. We end up losing a kill on puck, and we end up losing the fight as well. And like, just being able to bring it back after that is really tough to do. But like, Earth Spirit Breaker is just being a complete like donkey right now, just running in like that. I mean, I guess maybe he was looking to save the Earthshaker, but still don't think that's the play, you know. So let's go and see what happens here. Because they're 4-man ganking my Viper, and there's really nothing that I can do. I'm just a Shaman, dude. I don't even have my ultimate, to be honest. But yeah, like 4-man gank on the Viper, like he's not having the best day today. Hood of Defiance on Viper. It's actually pretty crazy. I don't think you get too much value out of it though. If we rewind to before he got the hood, I think his magic resistance only goes up by like 12 or something from the hood. But the barrier, the damage block on the barrier is actually pretty clutch, so that's good. We're trying to find a kill on the puck here. My Troll Warlord is trying to bash him up here just so that maybe I can catch up and find a kill. But he ends up overextending like crazy. They TP in their entire team, and I am just a Shadow Shaman. There is not much that I can do there. I could have ran in and maybe tried to help him a little bit, but I feel like that was just a very ambitious play regardless. And if we play a little bit safer, we can probably, you know, not take risks like that, especially when SVEN is so far behind my my Troll Warlord. Which, I mean, I was gonna say it doesn't look like he's behind. Ult this, please. Oh, Earthshaker, you gotta ult that, man. The creep wave was right there. Oh, yo, if he would have ulted that, that would have been perfect. But I mean, it looks like we're gonna get the kill anyways. Which, never mind. It's quite unfortunate, you know. We ended up losing a bunch of kills there. I was thinking maybe if I rotated down, I could have helped. But once again, I mean, I'm not that high of level. Don't have a lot of points in Ether Shock. Don't have a lot of points in Hex. I'm just gonna stand there and shackle somebody. Like, I'm there for solo kills, you know. Like, my hero solo kills very, very, very well. And like ganks and team fights, you know. Team fighting is good when it's just like unfavorable matchups, like 2v3s, you know, like 1v3s, stuff like that. I don't really have a good enough advantage. And they end up smoke ganking our Troll Warlord. They actually did it in full vision of a ward, and we were kind of pinging it out. So it's like, it's kind of shitty that they didn't listen, but it's like whatever, you know. Like, the game's not over. Like, the game's so far from over. Like, his net worth is still ahead of the SVENs. Like, you can't get discouraged at times like that at all. And then this guy comes in. He actually has no wards, so I'm like, what is he doing? You know, I end up wasting a sentry ward trying to deward him, but you know, I guess it's better to have that than like, the peace of mind is good. And Spirit Breaker making a mistake here by not getting a point in his Empowering Haste versus Rubik. If you're playing against Rubik as Spirit Breaker, you always want to get Empowering Haste, because I can't even count the amount of times I've played against a Spirit Breaker where I've tried to steal a spell. Like, I tried to steal Charge, I tried to steal Nether Strike. Nether Strike actually does nothing for Rubik. I believe it actually does nothing. You just get like that nuke. You get that nuke, and if you're like an insane Rubik player, you can maybe use it to escape through like ulting a creep wave or something. Like, maybe that's the play, but that's like so ambitious, you can't even really think about that too much. But like, I always steal Empowering Haste no matter what. Charge is actually a decent spell to have because the stun duration's hype. It actually does give me like a decent escape. But you gotta have at least 1 point in Empowering Haste if you're against a Rubik. It just makes this hero so much more useless versus Spirit Breaker. Which, I mean, he's already decent against the hero, and that's like the one thing that you can do to give yourself an edge. But I am literally just spamming sentry wards. Like, I feel like that's one of the things that I've learned how to do as a support, is you just need to deward all the time. You just, and like, I missed this ward here. Maybe, okay, I'm gonna be a little bit more mindful of that. Wherever somebody smoke ganks and gets a kill, it's possible that they just go and... It's possible that they just go... Yeah, right there, I accidentally... I shouldn't have used my serpent wards like that. I should have just used shackles and that would have been it. But, you know, I was just practicing... I was practicing ward trapping, you know. And we end up getting some sick echo slam from our Earthshaker. And we pick up 2 kills on their supports. And we immediately transition this into a Roshan play. And, like, literally Troll Warlord is just going to walk in and bop the guy. Like, you'll see how just dumpstered the Roshan gets by Troll Warlord. Like, think of Roshan as SVEN and Troll Warlord as Troll Warlord. This is literally what it looks like. Look at the damage that Troll Warlord is taking. It's nothing. He's actually taking no damage. And, like, even the Earthshaker's taking... He can't even use his spells. He can't even use his spells. And then if he has his support to lock him down as well, like, that SVEN just goes down. And literally, like, it's crazy. I almost get hooked there. And I think I would have died, but I think I would have, you know, forced a fight anyways. But Shadow Shaman has such a high strength gain. Well, not high strength gain, but they buffed it quite a bit. It used to be way far lower than that. And he also gets a 200 HP talent at level 10. You never want the move speed. Don't ever get the move speed, guys. Please, please, please. The second one is very, it's very, like, debatable, the second one. If you want to get the 35 XP gain or the cast range. Because your hero has, like, cast range problems as well. And right here, I was like, oh shit, you know, like, can't really do much about this, dude. Like, dude, like, this is what I was saying, man. Like, we're playing with 4 Peruvians and all they want to do is run at heroes. And, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm just a shaman. I'm just a shadow shaman, man. If I go in as well, I feed. And look at this dodge. Boom! Dodge that. He fucking snags my Viper. That's so bad, dude. Okay, this is the play I was talking about, okay? Okay, check this out, check this out. I get my level 11 from this pudge kill, and I go and I scale this, and I go and I don't have the mana to finish off the puck kill, and then the puck kills me, and then he just gets away and he has a fucking regen rune, dude! He has a regen rune, and then SVEN comes in with his Mask of Madness and freaking Heaven's Halberd, and like this is the man fight that we're seeing, and this is like the one edge that SVEN can really get is with his Heaven's Halberd. And he almost gets the Rubik kill, to be honest. The Heaven's Halberd just so that you can't right click him. If they're trading in right clicks, it's over. Like, it's actually just straight up over. But we have Earthshaker coming in, and check this out, alright? This is such a bad tactical pause for us. Actually insane. Because they end up just seeing the Earthshaker now. They end up just seeing him. If he comes in and, like, they don't pause here and they can't react, like, right now they reacted. They're like, okay, you know, we have Fissure on Rubik and Puck, and, like, literally look at that. They just jump him fucking immediately and kill him. That's, like, so unfair, I think, but, you know, it's just by chance. It's just by chance because the SVEN actually ended up DCing there. So, I'm there and I'm kind of triggered at this point. I'm like, we just lost because of a fucking pause. Like, come on. And I scaled my Ether Shock. I scaled my Ether Shock and it put me outside of mana, so I had to react to use my Arcanes, and then I went to Ether Shock and the animation got cancelled by his phase shift, and then he used his Q, and you guys can all rewind it and watch it again. And I was so mad when it happened because it was such like an accidental misplay, and like I tried to react as fast as possible to fix it, but I mean still then I wasn't fast enough, unfortunately. I mean, Puck's a really hard hero to be faster than, because all of his spells are instant cast times. Right here, we were going for the Broodmother. We end up fighting the SVEN instead, and just look at this damage. Just look at this damage. Boom, stuns him out. And then just like, I mean, it doesn't look that impressive now because he doesn't have his MKB yet. But once Troll Warlord has his MKB, like, it's actually insane. And you'll see that, like, he's at like 10 HP in the Roche Pit. He just ends up killing the SVEN from 100 to nothing because he just gets one bash, and like Whirling Axes gives 60% miss chance, so that's huge. Like, the way that SVEN wins this game is he gets MKB. He goes this build, BKB, and then MKB. I think he went Orchid because he was planning on getting Bloodthorn, but Bloodthorn is not the play when he has a BKB, dude. You need MKB because that mischance is going to destroy you. And already the BKB is like already doing a lot for that mischance, but still, you know, he could just kite out the BKB and that'd be it. Right now we end up finding another kill on the Rubik mid. I just dropped my wards just to secure the tower kill. It was probably not the best idea, and I just go and fucking deny it myself. Just as reminiscent of the puck. And, SVEN is ahead of the Troll Warlord in net worth. We all saw the Pudge over here, so like the fact that he rotated over here is kind of big. He should have BKB'd here. He had time, I think. He was spamming it, but I ended up just blowing the dust so that maybe the Broodmother, you know, would mess up his pathing, which it did a little bit, but they ended up picking me off anyways, and I just ended up running. And I can't remember exactly what happens to my Viper here. I think we tried to turn on the them here. Troll Warlord's actually just farming Ancients. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, like, where's my Troll Warlord and all this? Probably could have won this fight, to be honest, but maybe not. Like, he just runs in with a BKB, and I think he just ends up doing work. Spirit Breaker charges out. Not much. Well, Rubik actually had his telekinesis there. I don't know why he held on to it. Definitely could have stunned him. Lag, we'll say. We'll just say he lagged, or he was too slow. Which, I mean, they're kind of the same thing if you think about it. If you're faster than that 100 ping, you know, then the lag doesn't matter. The lag doesn't matter, per se. It's hard to be faster than that, though. I've got a point booster, boys. Feels good. It's a Shadow Shaman with a point booster. I'm actually incredibly tanky. One item I like to go on Shadow Shaman, which I neglected this game, is Medallion of Courage. Because what happens, like I said, Shadow Shaman ends up with a lot of HP, and when you have Medallion, you have a lot of high armor as well. And when you're against physical damage, like a lot of physical damage dealers like them, you know, Broodmother, I say, is more or less a physical damage dealer, especially SVEN. We end up killing the Broodmother here. This was actually a nice play. My Shackles end up getting the last hit. We end up going on the Pudge as well. We just go, you know, stun him down. The Bash kind of knocks him over like that, but I mean, it's totally fine. He ends up stealing his Fissure, which is pretty big. I get the last hit as well. Actually, no, the Viper ended up getting it. And here I just ward trapped the puck. He didn't have his ultimate up to steal it anyway, so I didn't really have to worry about that. But this little stun right here that I put on him was actually kind of key. I think Viper ends up getting away just because he was a bit slowed. Never mind. Okay, so the ward trap didn't actually do anything there. I just sort of wasted my ultimate, it seems. They didn't get much farm from it, though. Meanwhile, Troll Warlord doing actually the best thing that he could possibly do. Like, he's just using the space that we're making and farming up, like, really well, and, like, getting all these last hits. And I think that's, like, that's the playstyle that, like, that we can kind of, you know, we can kind of learn from this game. Is that if your whole team is off somewhere dying and you just have the one most important hero that's going to be countering the entire lineup and essentially carrying you, if he's out there getting farm and actually just, you know, doing his best to scale to his next items, that can be pretty big. And that's actually one thing that I don't do enough as a carry. When I play carry, I try to fight with my team way too often, and I don't just use the space that they make. And that's what this Troll Warlord was able to do pretty effectively. I've got all my sentry wards up. How did they have this ward? I completely missed them warding this. This kind of makes more sense. I should start here. I usually put sentry wards here. I should start putting sentry wards here because I also put it here. And like the whole reason I put a sentry ward here is so I can get this spot and this spot. But if I put a sentry ward here, I get this spot, and this spot, and like a little bit over here as well. So I'm going to start putting sentry wards here more, because it's going to de-ward way more things. And right here, I was just like, we're 5 heroes. Let's go smoke, guys. Like, literally, we got to start killing them. You know, Troll Warlord, like, he doesn't really need this. I mean, he's just farming his Lincoln Sphere. I guess that's what he's doing. So that's why I'm like, okay, whatever. We'll wait for his Lincolns. That's good. That's fine. You know, Lincoln Sphere is pretty important against Pudge. Not so much against Puck. It's okay against Broodmother if he doesn't want to get silenced, but he has BKB for that anyways. It's mainly for Pudge, honestly. And we saw the Pudge here. He literally should start TPing out right now unless he wants to die. No, okay, he just leaves. He ends up leaving. Like, I'm smoked right here, so they don't see me rotating, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. This guy finishes his Lincoln Sphere. This guy's just hanging out as jokes. Let's see what else we got, you know. Let's see what else we got on the menu. Please have my microphone being... Okay. Woo! My microphone's working. That's nice. And I just smoke us again. I'm like, we gotta go, guys. We gotta fight them. You know, we're all strong. We all have our items. I'm not waiting for my Viper to finish his freaking BKB. Actually, he ends up finishing it anyways. Right here, I just run up. And I get caught out by the Broodmother. And he goes, oh, hey there, Shadow Shaman. How are you doing? And then I'm just like, oh, fuck. I gotta go. And I lose. I end up not being silenced here. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die within seconds. So I need to get off my spells. So I end up killing like a bunch of those guys. I didn't stun that guy before his BKB goes off. And then we just start fighting them. And look at Troll Warlord. Look what he does to this SVEN. Look, you see this? Bash, 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 bash. Right click, right click, right click. Bash, bash, bash. And he just dies. And like SVEN never gets any right clicks off that fight at all. And then we just like don't go after the Rubik because he's smart, and we go after the Broodmother instead. And the Puck is, you know, he's down here. He's got his Blink Dagger in a couple of seconds. He blinks out, even though he does have the urn on him anyways. And like Troll Warlord, he's life stealing off this, which is huge. Because I think the Puck almost had a nuke. No, okay, the Puck had no nuke, so that's not the biggest deal. And I just I kill the bird. I kill the bird with my wards. And these guys got XP for it. I don't know, guys. Alright. Yeah, this is when he starts getting MKB. Because he actually has a bunch of evasion, this guy, because of Heaven's Halberd. Oh, wow. Holy shit. SVEN has a 20 evasion talent at level 20? That's crazy. That's crazy, bruh. Okay, also, he should always take the strength talent. Okay, listen, guys. Look at SVEN's mana pool right now. Are you looking? You see how it's almost close to 1,000? That's already so much mana. Like, that is so much mana. Just tread switch, dog. Get your 120 strength. 120 health. Like, at level 10, you need your strength talent, dude. It scales with your god strength. Bonus damage, 160%. That 6 damage is going to turn into 10. And, like, that's 16 extra damage. And then when you're critting off that, it's like 30 extra damage. And then, like, in an AoE, if you're cleaving, that's, like, 60 extra damage. Like, that's like 60 damage he just missed out on. That's crazy if you think about it. Oh my god. Alright. Well, we're basically looking to get Roshan here. I'm getting Ags this game. I think getting Medallion would have made my hero a little bit more useful a little bit earlier. But, you know, I guess I'll just go Medallion in the future. Because it's a way less committal item than Aghanims. Like, literally the point booster costs more than the Medallion, and I would be doing so much more work in these fights if I had a Medallion. Just because we have so much physical damage as well. Like Troll Warlord, this guy, my wards, even Earthshaker with his Enchant Totem. Yeah, that's a big mistake going the well, not a big mistake, but it's a mistake definitely going the mana talent. You do not need the mana as SVEN at all. Like, we don't have any mana burn heroes. If we had mana burn heroes, if we had like a Nyx or something, I would have been like, okay, maybe he needs the mana. Maybe it's all calculated in his head, but that's 6 strength. He loses out on like 60 damage, so I really don't think so. I really don't think it's worth it. But yeah, you know, probably not the reason they lost, but let us see. Let us see. Okay, what does this creep have? 346 at 30 minutes. Sorry, I'm just doing a little bit of math here. 60 spiderling damage. So it stops being effective. I would think that getting the 60 spawn spiderling damage on the talent could be pretty useful because you can just one-shot range creeps, turn them into a bunch of right here he actually just misses all. Yo, actually, okay, hold on. I got distracted. Let's watch this fight. Okay. So I want to see how I baited this. Because baiting in Dota is so much fun. So right here, I'm just chilling, alright? I got my Troll Warlord. He's huge. It's actually the biggest hero on the map by far. Like, SVEN has, like, only 2k net worth off of him, or 116, like 1600 net worth off of him. But, like, he already can't really fight him. Like, it's already kind of too late. Like, SVEN needs to be way bigger than that to be able to fight. Right here, I'm like, okay, they're definitely going Roshan, but they can't really do it as fast as us because, you know, their physical damage is somewhat lacking. They would have to use God Strength for it. And if they use God Strength for that, then that means they don't have it for our fight. And right here, I was just sort of waiting for the Pudge to go in. I think we end up getting a kill on the Pudge because he overextends like crazy. Like, look at that. And he just gets melted immediately by the Troll Warlord. That's another good thing about the Troll Warlord pick, is it gives us somebody who can just DPS the Pudge down no matter how tanky he gets. So right here I saw them and like we just leaved. Oh, that Earthshaker played. That Earthshaker made such a sick play there actually. Okay, I thought it was me that baited him, but it was definitely the Earthshaker. Yo, he was disarmed. He was disarmed there. What is happening right now? How is the... Okay, maybe he disarmed the Viper. Maybe that was it. Right here, I'm just sort of pressuring the puck so he can stay away from our team. And like he actually tries to kill me here, and I don't think that chasing the puck is a good idea. And what happens is my Troll Warlord just spam pings down mid and just says, "Let's go, guys! It's happening. We're getting racks." And like this is one thing that I was saying. Like, you know, normal teams would just like normal, like I don't not normal teams, but just like. My team, I would say my team would just go Roche. Like we would play the safe, we would do the safe thing, and we would just go Roche and everything. Or maybe somebody would mention that going down mid is the best play, but I try to play conservatively when I'm a support. I don't like to take very high risk, high reward plays just because I don't know, stuff like that can fail pretty fast and it's not the best. But we end up making the mid lane happen. We like kind of fake back, but like meanwhile my freaking team just run the 2 cores this beast into their tier 3s, and I mean I guess it worked. Me and the Earthshaker are just there like, what do we do, you know, like what can we do? And he just goes, he dumpsters them so hard, and then the puck has to buy back, and like the puck buying back, what does it really do at this point? And his Troll Warlord just goes and rails on this tower, and I saw that the puck was actually going in on me. I was like, oh no! And I ran right there so that maybe he could, I don't know, maybe our team could be able to get this guy. But no, we end up not getting that. And look at this. Look at the Troll Warlord, man. He just goes in on that tower. And like, I think we end up losing everybody here, unfortunately. It's like though. Look at this, Are you ready? Okay, watch this Troll Warlord just melt the SVEN. But he's disarmed right now, so it's like, that's like the one thing that he has, you know, is the one thing he can disarm. He's actually attacking the creep wave. If you saw the SVEN attacking the creep wave, that was the best idea he could have had. That's the best he could have asked for, getting the cleave damage, because Troll Warlord has 26 armor. Creeps have 2. So when the Troll Warlord just comes in and like gets 66% splash damaged by the SVEN, you know, it's pretty big. But yo, look at this puck, dude. He went the speed talent. I don't know, man. When you're this far behind on items, okay, this is the thing, okay? There's 2 options. There's 2 options for pucks level 25. 420 gold per minute and 75% illusory. God damn it. The fucking orb talent. You can go that one and it's sick. It looks awesome and it's really good. You only go that when you're 6 slotted though. If you're 6 slotted by minute 30 or by the time you're level 25, that's when you go the talent. That's when you go that talent. If you're not 6 slotted, you need to get items. You can't just rely on having a buffed orb to win the game for you. Like, you need to get your items. 420 gold per minute. Do you know how insane that is? Like, that's not a joke. Like, it's not a meme, you know. Like, you can't just say, oh, you know, like, freaking, it's not that good. I would say it's in the top 3 talents in the entire game, if not number 1. Like, it's pretty insane, actually. Like, the orb speed is amazing. Don't get me wrong, I love it. It's super cool and it's useful as hell. It's so good for scouting. But like, that's all that it really does. Like, get your Dagons, get your Aghanims, get your Boots of Travel. Like, those items are more important for sure than just a little bit of extra speed on your orb. Like, look how many kills he has. Like, he's not that farmed though. Like, what's his last hits? He has 175 last hits. If he has 300 last hits and this score, he's 6 slotted, and he doesn't have to go this orb talent. And then he doesn't have to go the gold talent. And if he has a Midas as well. Like, that's the thing. I like Midas on puck early game because you're able to go and get 6 slotted before you get the gold per minute talent. Because you don't need the gold per minute talent and the thing. Okay, this is the fight I was talking about, okay? Okay, watch my Troll Warlord. Watch my Troll Warlord. So I'm just like in the Roche pit or whatever. I'm going to try to throw out as many of my... I'm just running around like this to make it as hard for people to click on me as possible. Look at this. Look, exactly. 10 HP. Bam, he's dead. He's dead as fuck. And he almost killed the Broodmother, but the Broodmother ended up having enough damage for that. I just saw the illusory warp go by. Whoa, I didn't even notice. But yeah, like, look at that. I just end up dying, and like, we traded their entire enemy team for it, and we just go throne. That's it. That's it, you know? He wants the extra GPM. He's killing a shrine. He's killing a shrine, dude. Maximum GPM for everybody on the team. It's good. It's good. I played okay this game. I would say that I'm more happy with this game than I am with my Rubik play in my other game. And like, obviously this troll warlord played amazing. He actually just carried super hard. Yeah, I'm kind of happy he did that. He's a good player. He made a lot of high risk, high reward plays, and a lot of them worked out. Like he knew his limits, and like he just got as farmed as possible. So it's pretty clutch. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. It's been real. The road to 6K continues, and we're in good shape. Check it out. Let's look at the scoreboard. Boom. Feels good, man. Not the most impressive stats, but you don't typically get impressive stats as a support. But like, that's where it all comes in. 5 smokes bought, 20 sentry wards, every ward except for one. He ended up just buying one eventually. I don't even remember. 2 dusts. Maybe not the most dusts I've ever bought, but Spirit Breaker really was the one that needed it the most versus the Broodmother. And like, that's a lot, you know, like that's a lot of support items. It's more than the other team combined, which is pretty mental. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed. Thanks all for watching, everybody. Take it easy. Peace.